What to do, folks? I hope you're treating yourselves well, and of course others. My name is Clair, and this is a channel where we like to do tarot readings. Today I thought we would see into the near future. Sounded nice. And with that, your card. The Knight of Cups. Okay. I chose it merely because there's a tentacle on it. You could have a hard time sleeping as of lately, or the near future you might have a lot of obligations that are keeping your mind running in certain way. Like it's hard to shut your mind off at night. Having a hard time going to sleep, either due to distraction or noise, one thing or another, causing you to feel you might actually feel more stimulated or motivated during the day because there is something on your mind, the Eight of Pentacles, something, I'm hearing wetting your whistle. A new practice or idea has got you, it's starting to come into action or play. It's bending the block, and Three of Swords. Something that has been of delay, something that has a lot of characteristics with a past person or instance. Cycles are reoccurring in your life where you might recognize that you failed them in certain ways in the past due to feeling more severe than you do now. You were more tightly wound in the past for some reason or another. In the near future, you will have an opportunity to recognize the things that set you off in the past, but the tension you feel towards it won't even be suppressed. It almost will be diminished. I think you asked for something to not be so heavy, as in, it was like, have mercy on me, replenish my faith. A sense of you like crying out and asking for no more burdens, to not feel the hurt, not to want to hate or feel disgust in ways, a total breaking down of ideals. You were going about life in a certain way where you thought for sure certain things were going to pan out or be a certain way. They are not. Nine of Cups. You are stable as of right now because you chose to allow yourself some leeway. There's a managing of expectations by depleting all of them almost. You are coming into play of something so robust and new. It might not feel like you're taking it all on right now, but there will be small steps taken. Small steps taken, the Six of Pentacles, that will safeguard your stance in the future. I think you are making yourself known, stating your business in certain ways. You could just be reaching out to people more often, showing love, being supportive, even if you're not receiving it back in ways. The Queen of Cups, yeah. It's a matter of the Queen of Cups, she knows when to give love, even if it is not replenished by the same person or the same thing you're giving into. Right now it's about, you are the bigger cup. You're pouring into all of other things despite where they lay or stand. This is about you just being open and honest in the fact that if you want something, you're on display showing that want. You're putting yourself out there, but almost in a signage sort of way. I think it could be like you're at your house, you're at your domicile, and you're putting up a flag that says, this is what I'm after and this is what I'm doing. You don't have to necessarily approach a certain person, place, or thing and be upfront in its face about it. You don't have to state exactly where you're at, but it's a footing thing. You're getting your stronghold in how you feel. And maybe in the past it's been hard for you to express yourself when you really like something or when you're really eager to have something. You kind of hold back from it. There's a sense of you need to step away from that notion and mentality by slowly, in ways that you feel comfortable, showing out again, showing love, communicating more frequently. It's a matter of your shaking off. Like, I think you're no longer the gargoyle. You're not being so visual. You need to kind of get in the ring. You need to put some actions into play, but it doesn't have to be profound by any means. It just will be very helpful. This is what you need to do now, because in the near future, I think you will greatly help yourself if you are to start taking the small steps and admitting what you care about, what you like, just putting yourself more on display would be really beneficial for you right now. Okay, with that, you gotta know I love you. Pile 2, what is up? This is the near future and what that entails. So, your card, Father of Wands, okay. We've got some lightning, we've got a cobra, and a wand. You could be invited to a party, a show, or an event in the near future. If not invited to one, I think you might get the inclination to buy a ticket to a show, an outing of some sort, a booking, to take care of yourself. I think you might be wanting to spiffy, I'm hearing spiffy up your look. I think there's a cleaning up for you. You might like a self-care overhaul, a need to get a facial or a massage, or you do these things yourself, perhaps if you have tools at home to do such things. There's a need or want to do a little self-care routine that's a little more intensive. You might be going out randomly or invited to something. The Hermit card showed up immediately after I said that, and the Son of Pentacles. I think there's a person who you have either been slow to communicate with. Maybe you guys haven't shared your emotions, or a person is going to come to you that has been in the shadows lurking. They have been in your sphere somehow. You're aware of this human. This is a person you know, but don't know enough to have any knowledge of what this person could say to you, I think is the thing. There's a moon, and then there's this deer, and it's the Son of Pentacles. The Sun would be the Knight of Pentacles, someone who is very slow-moving. With the Hermit, which is a turtle, you have been very on guard, protecting your headspace. I think working towards bettering your life or career in some way. Maybe even trying to will a friend group. You're trying to spawn into a new life though, there's a person who's been observing this, slowly moving towards you in caution, maybe even fright. They might be a little fearful of how much they like you, because the Three of Pentacles, it's this mountain. This person is trying to do the hard work with you or something like that. It could be a business opportunity or love, maybe just someone approaching you with a very serious conversation or offer. Maybe it starts off being small but ends up a more grand aspect of your life. This is a small start to what becomes like a massive journey. A giant undertaking is afoot. But it's going to slowly piece itself together. Near future. 5, 6. 6 of Pentacles. A need for you to be easy in this growth period. Something is coming in for you that is a little wonky, or I want to say unstable. I think it's just unassumed. Something that you haven't really done before, and a need for you to approach differently. Maybe if it's just a need for you to handle it more gingerly or appropriately than you have in other ways of your life. Maybe you tend to be very reclusive, and you need to kind of be more present in this situation in order for it to be more fruitful. It's just something where it's a small exchange in the beginning, but I think you kind of giving more effort than you naturally would or have in the recent past, or maybe just your life in general. You just haven't understood. I said understood, but I think, okay. It's just a matter of this situation is needing for you to apply the things that you've recently learned to it. Maybe you've had bad relationships or bad approaches to certain things. This is something where it's like small. Maybe you get too excited when things start up, so you need to like temper your expectations, but a need for you to like be easy going into a situation so that it can blossom and bloom, so that you can go on this hike, this trail to go to the top of the mountain with this person or place or thing. It's an opportunity for sure. It's an opportunity coming in, but it's not going to be so like blam, here it is, this is changing your life. It's more like it's going to be it's a process. It's a growing process, because you got a mountain and then a branch. So these things, they take time to get to the benefits of them. Something you enjoy is coming in. And the approach, I think it's going to be different, but not bad. You're just going to have to examine it. Okay, I'm feeling like I'm like the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the time is now where you've been kind of relearning yourself, readjusting to how you approach life's tasks and the things that you want. And now is an opportunity to do that, I think, simply put. Okay, but it's about like tempering expectations, being excited, but not so excited that you get disappointed if things don't go super fast, or it's a matter of like, yeah, I think, okay, that's enough. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It won't be so obvious what's happening in the situation, but it is what you want, essentially. Okay. Because the Wheel of Fortune is the 10. I keep on wanting to just like say more stuff. It's just, I think it's exciting. It's a really exciting thing. So, you gotta know I love you. Alrighty, pile 3. This is the near future. We're here. Now is the new... Okay. This is a reading to help guide you through the near future. Into it. Whatever. The Fool card. It is simply 0 the Fool. You could be going camping soon or hiking, some sort of outdoors exploration, or that could be helpful. Maybe getting away to clear your mind of certain things, a refresh. It could make you more motivated or creative, inspired by this world, get a new headspace going. Or you could just simply have this. Maybe you need to book flight tickets for the future and it would be more affordable right now. A matter of allowing yourself to get away for a period of time, maybe to even see how things go in a new environment. 7 of Pentacles, I think you've been stacking up money, but feeling depleted in your arena. The space that you're in right now, you're having to habitate, but it almost feels as though you're merely just alive. You're not thriving. You're striving right now. And the place that you live, you like, but not enough to not consider other places. And this could be a city that you're living in. There's a boredom that's creeping in for you in the near future to help you assume the position of realizing maybe that you need to get out. Maybe you need to get a break, take the chance and book a trip to a place to see what you like about it or don't like about it. 8 of Wands is a forward motion card. Yeah, this is I think in the near future you will be moving fast, because this is the 7 of Pentacles and then the 8 of Wands. So it's a progression in number. The Pentacles are earthly, but the Wands, so your mind is racing. It might be hard for you to stop your mind at night when you're trying to go to sleep, or you're very stimulated right now. You have a lot of thoughts that are motivating you, but feeling as though maybe your outlets are kind of not sufficing. You need to rearrange some of your earthly means, maybe the places that you're habitating, or you're really looking into new physical locations for yourself to inhabit the thoughts that are taking over your mind. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Setbacks have befallen you. I think maybe if you are doing something that is where you can visually see progress, it has been stifled or cut off in ways. You've had to be very self-supportive. I think you have support outwards, but in your mind, you're really battling the living structure you're under. I think it's like Eight of Cups. I need to walk away from a mindset thinking that I think you're probably going to be fed up with something to the point you're going to be so bored or so fed up. When I say fed up, it almost feels like you're so full of creativity and sparks and passion, all these things that are filling you up, and it almost feels like you'll explode. You're a balloon full of like amazing ideas or notions, whatnots, and you're in an area that's full of spikes. So when you get too big, you're going to be impaled by one of those spikes. You're going to hit one of those spikes eventually and you're going to explode. And I don't think you necessarily feel like you're going to explode on people. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of both. Maybe in your head you want to lash out, or you're feeling very aggressive, though on the outside you're kind of just like, I would just want to move forward. And I think in the near future you will be the Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Maybe you will be approached by someone who has caused you irreparable damage, or someone that has irreparable damage to your relationships together, between each other. It doesn't have to be love. It could just be a friendship or something coming from the past, asking how you're doing, wanting to see where you're at, maybe wanting to meet up or something. Someone wanting to kind of like squash beef, but it almost seems like you don't even want to have the conversation with this person. The Six of Pentacles, you're wanting to only move forward, and all these things that you're having to do almost feel like they don't even serve your future. Like having certain conversations with people don't feel necessary. Simply put, I think you're kind of just over not being elsewhere. It just seems like you've been in the shadows or working on yourself for so long that you are emotionally kaput. You emotionally withdrawn from a lot of situations where you have been placed as of lately. I think there's a need for you. Your living situation is going to cause a lot of emotional strain if you allow it. Your headspace almost feels like you are depleted to the point where sometimes you could be really angry about it or really riled up about the situation, but other times it just is like, I don't care at all. So the Six of Pentacles makes me think that there's a give and take of release, maybe a sufficient stating of where you're actually at mentally to the things that you have kind of naturally fallen away from. If someone comes to you and wants to have a conversation, either it's okay to not respond if you just don't feel it. If you are having to communicate, if you're having to stand up for yourself in a certain way. The Prince of Wands. Just be easy on yourself, because this is simply, it feels unnecessary because it is. That's the good part of this. This will all be a memory eventually, very soon, might I add. I think in the next year, all of this will seem as though it was just nonsense, just rubbish. The whole situation seems like you'll look back on it and be like, okay, well, that was whatever. It's just simply whatever. And I think you feel that now. You're having to go through it right now. So it is annoying or definitely testing you, but it's going to be nothing soon enough. It's going to ease itself. It's going to fall away. When I say ease itself, hopefully that is the case. Because it just seems like you are mentally checked out here. It really does. It seems like you're trying to, I'm looking at this big cat. It's a lion. Yeah, it's a lion. And it's, honestly, the face is not even that charming to me. I love big cat faces, but this one just seems very put out, distraught, distracted. So it might seem as though you are snapping out of what made you, like, you might have felt ugly in the past, or you might have felt not like yourself, and you're starting to feel like yourself again. And with that, I think a lot of things are kind of naturally falling away from your mental zeitgeist. Like, I think you just don't care, and that's kind of the blessing of it all. It's just a matter of getting through it and being articulate and eloquent. Yeah, you don't want to go through the situation smashing it all, because that's just not you at this point anymore. But yeah, you got this, and you're gonna do beautiful. It's gonna be gorgeous. Okay, you gotta know I love you.